Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokélosophy. My name is Bavin and I'm your host. Pokélosophy is my YouTube channel where I try to splice and dice the game of Pokemon, especially the original games, and try to see the life and meaning and philosophy behind these games and apply back to our own lives. I think these games have a lot of great metaphors and motifs that can help us grow as people. So that's what my channel is about. And I'll give you a quick update of where I'm at right now. And I had an incredible epiphany about something I've been doing that I want to share that I think applies to a lot of us who are in a tough time right now. So just to give you an update, I have a Gloom now. So I trained my Oddish in Diglett's Cave. Great place to train plant Pokemon, especially with Absorb. I was able to get like 150, 200 experience points constantly. And with the Digletts, they show up all the time. So you can quickly level up your Pokemon if you're strategic. In this case here, I leveled up my Gloom to level 28. Happy to have a Gloom. I didn't plan to add this in my roster before I left Vermilion City, but Gloom is great. But Gloom actually helped me realize something about life that I will share in a second. But Absorb, great move, and I wanted to learn Acid. It just learned it. I just tried it out on one Pokemon, or one of the Digletts, I should say. Wasn't very effective, but this still did a lot of damage. So I have this great kind of additions to my lineup, and my lineup, which I will do a full roster update in the next few days, is 11 Pokemon deep, and I'm trying to construct like a basketball team. So in my roster update, I'll actually, go over my thinking and like why I have certain types of Pokemon and at different levels. Anyways, with that being said, I'm in Diglett's Cave and I'm trying to train up Gloom. Gloom's done. Let's actually switch this to a Drowzee as my first Pokemon, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I have probably 2 or 3 more Digletts to hit, and I'll evolve into Hypno. So let's do that. And in the meantime, actually, before we get started, let's talk about today's quote. So today's quote was a big inspiration from some of my own thinkings and things that have helped me in my life. And one of the quotes that helped me in my life to gain a better sense of control and purpose was this quote by Joe Rogan. And he said, "Be the hero of your own movie. If your life was a movie and started now, what would the hero do right now?" I surprisingly say that to myself a lot these days. Be the hero of your own movie. What does the hero have to do? And as I was training Oddish and eventually turned into Gloom, I realized that that's actually a great kind of story arc of our lives. And if you kind of imagine Oddish as the kindred spirit in ourselves, the odd part that's naive and childlike and doesn't know the world, that's Oddish, right? It's a little odd, but we're happy to be odd because that's all we know. But then life hits in a crazy way for everyone in different formats. And it makes us gloomy. And I think this is a great kind of motif or symbolism in Pokemon where one is kindred and now it turns gloomy, or in this case, Gloom. So Oddish turns into a Gloom. And I think a lot of us in our lives, especially, are currently in the Gloom phase. And while we're a flower in our own right, no one approaches us. We're smelly. We're unappealing in many ways. We're a bit degenerate because we're just trying to sort through the mess of our lives. And eventually something happens though, if you know the story arc for Oddish. You get a Leaf Stone and you can evolve into a Vileplume. And Vileplume's cool because it has that like inner kindred smile you can see here. A bit demonic and almost like it kind of integrates the shadow of Gloom into the kindred spirit of Oddish. So it becomes a whole self, a beautiful flower, but that can also be hurtful in some ways, but not to hurt people intentionally. It's what Carl Jung calls integrating your dark side or your shadow into your personality such that you're a force of good. And I think this is what we all have to do, especially for the odd people in our lives where we had that innocence and kindred spirit that was taken away from us, and whether it's childhood trauma, depression, addiction, or all or some weird combination of all of them. But we just didn't evolve as we grew. A lot of us are stuck at a Gloom stage until we get the Leaf Stone. So what is the Leaf Stone for you? I'll tell you what was the Leaf Stone for me. It was two things. It was actually creativity and cooking are the two things that like really turned my gloomy self, my gloom, into a Vileplume. In fact, I would argue cooking helped me realize my Vileplume, and it gave me more confidence to do things like Pokemon videos on YouTube. So I guess the question you gotta ask yourself, like, are you in a Gloom stage? And if that's the case, what's your Leaf Stone? What's your Leaf Stone to turn into a Vileplume? And everyone's different, right? I'm obviously not encouraging something dangerous or anything like that, but like try to think of something that helps you evolve or gets you out of that gloomy stage. And to reiterate again, mine is cooking. Yours could be working out. Yours could be playing Pokemon. I don't know what it is for you, but this is how life works. Everyone goes through the gloom phase. So don't gloom. Remember, you're still a flower. Get that Leaf Stone and bloom. So that's my little story arc epiphany lesson. I think it was obvious because I was training Gloom in the dark cave of Diglett's, or Diglett's cave, and it just sort of all clicked together, which I thought was a great story, and I hope it helps you think about your lives a little differently. It certainly did for myself. But in the meantime, oh wait, I pressed hypnosis. That's my bad. Oh, well, it's actually not my bad. I was just gonna use a headbutt because headbutt's awesome, and I want to end this battle as fast as I can, but we're gonna have to choose two moves. I'm gonna try to evolve, before we end this episode, just evolve this Drowzee into a Hypno, and then the next episode we can talk about the roster, then we'll leave Vermilion Silly finally, which I'm really excited to do. Come on, Digletts, where are you? I hope I get a Dugtrio. I love versing Dugtrios, you get so many experience points against it. Diglett, level 20. Ah, easy peasy. Let's just do a hypnosis again. Oh, not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna get hit by Dig. Oh, let's do another hypnosis. By the way, I'm just trading, so this is where I kind of experiment with stuff and see what works, what doesn't work. This is what trading's about. It's about making all your mistakes here. And we'll do Confusion, just for fun. Hopefully this evolves into a Hypno after this. Oh, one more. Okay, let's do one more. There we go. Diglett. Oh, I wanted a Dugtrio. All good. Level 18. Easy peasy. Let's just end this. Scratch. Boom. And Headbutt. Nice. 208 points, and Drowzee grew to level 26, which means we're evolving. I actually like the evolution soundtrack. Could you imagine life play that for us whenever we evolve or level up? That'd be kind of nice. Hypno, nice. Okay, we have a Hypno. I don't remember all the details of a Hypno, so let's take a look at the Pokedex. I have a admission to make. I actually like reading the Pokedex. I had a paper copy as a kid, and I would read it all the time. It was fun. I don't remember a lot of it because it didn't serve me later. But it's great to kind of go back to your roots there. Data. Oh, it sounds weird. It looks in the eyes with the enemy. It will use a mix of psychic moves such as hypnosis and confusion. Okay, that's right. I think that was pretty obvious. Anyways, thanks everyone for listening, and yeah, hope to see you soon. Click like or subscribe, and I will probably do my next episode on my full roster, which I'm really excited to do. Take care, everyone.